Haven't I already told you to stop jumping off the couch? Can't you just sit down? Use inside voices. It's so noisy in here, I can't even hear myself think. What are you doing to your sister? Stop pulling her hair. Slow down. Stop running. If you need to run around, go outside. How many times have I told you to pick up these Legos? I'm tired of stepping on them. Oh, Mama, did we just step into your house or mine? Because I have said all of those before. Every day, kids get called out. Be quiet, sit down, slow down. What are you doing to your sister? Why can't you share? They get called out for what they didn't do right, how they didn't fall in line, follow directions, and perform. I want to challenge you, Renewed Mama, to instead call them up, not out. Call them up to a higher standard. Call them up to greatness. Say, I love you and I see a lot in you. I'm calling you up. Thank you for listening when it's time to listen. Thank you for talking when it's time to talk. And thank you for putting your hands to work when it's time to get the job done. As moms, dads, educators, and coaches, we can be intentional about the words we choose to say to our children and students. We can stop calling them out, which invites negativity, criticism, and shame. Instead, we can call them up to more, to all that they were meant to be, which invites hope, belief, and blessings on their future. So what does calling them up sound like? What should we be saying instead? I'm glad you asked, because I always want to be super practical and give you great takeaways that you can start doing right away. So let's talk obedience. You are struggling with your child obeying your directions right away. They say, oh, come on, Mom, do I have to? Or they throw a temper tantrum. We were especially consistent with this one for 2 reasons. Safety. If we needed to shout, stop, or don't touch, we needed our children to obey that right away at the sound of our voice and warning for their safety. We also wanted them to grow up with the habit of obeying right away, because obeying us is obeying God. And we wanted them to have a tender heart toward obeying God when He spoke to them or impressed upon them to do something. So instead of saying, do it now because I said so, try saying, I believe in you to obey right away, the first time I ask. This keeps you safe. What if I shouted, don't touch, but you decided you didn't want to obey and you touched? You would have a pretty serious owie on your hand, right? Or you can say, I believe in you to obey right away, because this blesses our family. It helps us to get out the door on time so we don't keep our friend waiting for us, whatever the reasoning is. Or, would you like to try that again, this time obeying right away with a good attitude? You can award your children with a Speak Life badge that says, I obey right away. Let's say that there's a lot of whining and complaining. Try saying, would you like to try that again, this time without a whine? Does whining and complaining open the door to good things in your life? Can you expect to keep good friends when you complain all the time? Can you expect to be chosen for a team or club? No one wants to hang around a whiner, do they? Can Daddy expect to receive a promotion or a pay raise if he whines and complains to his boss? No. How can you choose to be thankful instead? You can award them with a Speak Life badge when they choose to be thankful instead of whining and complaining. I am thankful. Let's talk diligence. Say, you have everything in you to be diligent. I believe that about you. I know that it's hard now, but think of the runner. He doesn't win the race or break the world record the first time he hits the track and runs a race. It takes practice, training. It takes purpose in every step he takes. There's no time to be lazy or to waste time. He keeps trying. Maybe he crosses the finish line in 10th place, and then 5th place, and then 3rd place. He's getting better, right? It's the same for you. The more you try, the more you practice. Stay careful in your work, be thorough, stay focused. You'll get it, you'll win, and it will be easier. I want to give you this Speak Life badge because I see diligence in you. Let's talk high energy. Here's what you can say to call them up, not out, especially for your students. Say this at the start of the school day as they're coming into the classroom or as they sit down to do their math at the dining room table. I appreciate all the energy you have. I love that about you. I know that today you're going to take all of that great energy inside of you and use it to stay focused and to work with diligence. I believe in you to stay on task and get this work finished with fun. Would you wear this badge so that everyone knows that you use your energy to do amazing work? That's belief, that's hope, that's speaking life, isn't it, Mama? To whom today can you call up to greatness? What will you intentionally say to them today? Look for the gold in people. Keep calling out the gold in them. They are valuable. They can make right decisions. They can follow through. They can lend a helping hand. They can share. Acknowledge and award the gold in your children, in your husband. Use a Speak Life badge to do it. Why is it that sometimes it's easier to focus on people's issues than looking for and pointing out what can be admired about them, the gold? It's not our responsibility to fix people, but you might find that as you celebrate the gold in them fully without conditions, they will want to work on their issues. By the way, don't we all have issues? We may have victory and success and a proven track record in one area of our lives, but also be experiencing defeat or struggle in another area of our life. We are all on a journey and learning and growing. So keep looking for the gold in people. Keep calling it out. You don't know what one word of encouragement you share can be life and hope that someone needs to keep going. In fact, I want you to share in the comments below the podcast episode on speaklifebadges.com. What has someone called out? When has someone called out the gold in your life and it is exactly what you needed to keep you going? Who will you intentionally choose today to call up? I want to hear from you. And tune in to episode 6. He never listens until I shout. There's got to be a better way than just shouting. What is it, Mama? We're going to talk about it in episode 6. Have you hit the like button and subscribed? If you like this episode, would you leave a review? I would be honored if you would. And share this episode with another mama. That's what I care about most. And as you share it, tell them something that you admire about them. You just might be breathing life and renewed hope into another mama. I bless you, Mama. You pour your heart and soul into all you do, and it matters. You are steadfast and sacrificial. Your snuggles are the best. Mac and cheese or cereal and tea for dinner is okay. It's the new gourmet. You are stronger than you think. Keep being you. All of my love to you. I'll see you next time. Bye.